expecting wet weather to move in later today and continue into the overnight hours. And I was thinking this morning, clearly there's been a lot of sickness going around. Some schools have been struggling with kiddos being out. I know my kiddos, I think there are 8 kids out in my son's second grade classroom. Between sickness and allergies, it's inevitable that you're probably starting to feel a little bit of something in the throat, maybe in the eyes, maybe the nose. Even just the last couple days as that really bitter cold blast came in, that really cold air was also very, very dry air. And this time of year when we get some rain that comes in, which makes the air feel a little bit more comfortable, it moistens it up for us, and then we get those big cold, dry air intrusions, sometimes that's enough to just cause you to feel that itch, that tickle, maybe a little dry, a little burning sensation. So there's a lot to deal with. If pollen is your nemesis, the rain is going to help to clean that out. If the dry air has been your nemesis, then the incoming rain is going to help you with that. So let me walk you through it. Right now, it's mostly just cloudy outside. Timing for this rain has actually moved up just a little bit. This time yesterday, it was looking like the bulk of the rain would be Thursday. Bulk of it now looks to be tonight during the overnight hours, waking up tomorrow. So tomorrow, when the air is still moist, the air is a little bit cleaner. We clean out some of that pollen. Hopefully, maybe you start to feel a little bit better. Temperatures, better, right? Out of the freezer. Just 36 hours ago, we were in the teens, and now we are in the 50s. So if pollen is a nemesis of yours, indeed high, we'll see that improvement Thursday and Friday. It's mostly our tree pollens right now that are starting to pop. Juniper, maple, and elm are the top culprits. Mold starts to be more of a problem once we get more into the rainy season. That's as leftover leaves and tree debris, twigs, all that, they start to kind of break down and biodegrade. Also of note, I wanted to show you this. Our pollen, especially for the allergy sufferers around here, has become more of a problem in Middle Tennessee over the last 50 to 60 years. And a part of that is because of the warming climate. We have a pretty significant increase in the amount of days where we don't drop below freezing during our growing season. And that's a lot to kind of unpack. The adage here is wait till tax day. Officially, the National Weather Service considers our growing season based on our crops, based on our climate patterns, to be from May 1st through September 30th. They're only going to issue frost advisories, freeze warning, things like that during that time frame because those products speak to agriculture, not to you and me. Otherwise, they'd issue freeze warnings all winter long, right? We do tend to start to see plants, pollen, crops, the whole 9 yards begin to create pollen well before that official growing season. But if we look at a time frame where we're measuring how many days do we deal with sub-freezing temperatures, which suppresses pollen, we've actually added 31 total days to our average since 1970. That's a pretty big jump. I mean, that's a month's worth of warmer days or warm enough days for plants to be producing pollen, growing, and actively thriving, which means that allergy season becomes a bit more prolonged for allergy sufferers across the area. It's a lot to take in if you're sniffling and sneezing. Illness, pollen, which is continuing to be kind of a more year-round concern for us, and then the lack of moisture. So we would, like I said, some improvement coming. This is a look at satellite and radar as of 10:50, so some showers trying to touch our Tennessee-Kentucky border. Some of this still evaporating, but that's going to change rapidly later in the day. This hour-by-hour graph to show you your rain for the rest of today. We're picking it up starting at 2 p.m. So notice most of the afternoon is dry, and we really hit the gas pedal as far as rain goes after sunset tonight. Hopefully the drive time home for you, if you're an early side of the commuter, like the 4 o'clock-ish side, should be dry. The later 6, 7, 8 o'clock, if you're heading home after a long, long day today, you're going to have the pitter-patter of rain to join you. Here's a look at what this looks like visually. Again, mainly dry, a little breezy in the afternoon. It's 6, 7 o'clock, we turn the faucet on. And it is going to be a faucet. This is a good proper soaking for us. The ground can take the rain. It's good for the growing season, but it is going to come at the cost of wet roads. Might hear a rumble or two of thunder in the overnight time frame. Nothing severe is expected. Hopefully it's a good sleep and rain for you. Showers will be here in the morning. So Stefano's going to be tracking rain Thursday morning. Melanie's going to be looking at what that rain has done to your morning commute. Rain typically slows us down. It's going to be there through that peak drive time when everybody is hopping on the road. So plan on some ponding. Like I said, no severe weather, but as the kids get to school, wet weather, teachers, crossing guards, you are the real heroes of this because ain't nothing keep y'all from being out there in these elements. Drying by the afternoon, so the Thursday drive time home looking better than what it was at this time yesterday. And thankfully, this 7-day forecast does not feature any extreme roller coasters like we've been through. It's pretty steady and running above normal. So again, when we think about the impacts to plants, pollen, that's going to start increasing. Typical top temperatures this time of year are mid-50s. We're above that, 60s. Even despite a cold front coming through Thursday, it doesn't really cool us down. Mid-60s Friday, Saturday. That is the chef's kiss pick of the week and the weekend. 72, sunshine, even near 70 on Sunday. This is one of the best weekends we've had literally all year, with just a couple rain chances popping in for next week. So hopefully this rain brings some relief too. Doesn't snarl your travel, doesn't snarl your plans or practices or whatever. It's in and out pretty quickly. And I think we can all give 3 cheers for the weekend.